What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to D&CGaming Legion. My name is Chris.
And my name is Dan, and we are here on Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, doing a little fighting, just for the fun of it, and we are here to talk to you today about the upcoming DLC Pack 6, and the almighty Super Saiyan Blue that's coming out for creative characters.
Yeah, so two things are going to happen in this video. One, we're going to be discussing what do we think Super Saiyan Blue is going to be like, how's it going to be balanced, how's it going to operate, yada yada yada. And two, simultaneously, I'm going to be attempting to destroy Danny's character, except with the DLC 5 characters, because I never get a chance to do that. I want to. It's part of my plan. So.
But mostly about Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah, so anyway, how will it work? The thing is, I'm kind of worried about it because it's like, the thing about Super Saiyan Blue is, or adding a new transformation, is how do you make it balanced, like, without screwing it up? Because, like, we already have a lot for the Saiyans already, so how do you make it different from the other Super Saiyan transformations without screwing it up? Like, it could either end up in two ways. It could end up being overpowered, which is a problem and it needs to get nerfed, or it could end up being underpowered, which will be disappointing, kind of like the Majin Purification was, and, well, that's not really a good thing, you know? We don't really want that. Yeah, so how will it work is the question. So what do you think they're gonna do?
I honestly have no idea. I mean, there has been talk on the computer, like on the internet, about like, oh, it might run off of stamina, which I think is a dumb idea, because then it would just basically be a different version of Kaioken, but just for Saiyans. So I honestly don't know what it's gonna be like. It could go one way, it could go the other, but
I mean, that's the thing. Like, you know, how do you make it different from Kaioken, but exclusive to the Saiyans so that it's, you know, their thing? I mean, I don't think it'd be a smart idea to make it just drain stamina. I feel like that would just be, like, stupid, because it's just, I don't know. So, some people think maybe it'll cost stamina, which that wouldn't be necessarily bad if they made it cost stamina. The thing is, it's just a matter of, and damn it, I hate that aura slide, but the thing is, it's just a matter of, like, alright, it's just, if they make it cost stamina, that might be alright, but I don't know. But then the question is, what is different about Super Saiyan Blue in comparison to any of the Super Saiyan transformations? Because, Super Saiyan, like, 3 is mostly about Strike Supers and stuff like that. Super Vegeta is, like, Ki Blast-based supers, and Future Super Saiyan is just, like, you know, about Ki control, I guess.
Faster Ki regeneration, really. Same thing with Potential Unleashed, but you get a bigger power boost.
Yeah, so, like, they kind of got, like, everything covered, so what the hell does this one do? I mean, basic attack, maybe, but, like, I don't know. It just seems weird.
So, my other question, which I've been questioning this since I heard that this was a rumor, is, at this point, why don't they just put Super Saiyan Rose in as well? Because, I mean, honestly, they're the same transformation, just different colors.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's, like, literally just pink, like, you know, Majin Buu right now. So it's like, I don't know, they could have, if they're gonna put in blue, they might as well have just put in pink, or rose, just because it's literally that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. Personally, the best case scenario I would want, if anything, is I'd want it to be a pure cosmetic transformation over anything. Like, just because I feel like that's at least the safe route, because it's just, if you do that, then as long as the regular transformations are balanced, everything else is balanced. But I'm worried they're going to screw something up here, and I really don't want them to, because this game already does have a lot of issues going on with it, with, like, just balancing issues and netcode issues, which, oh man, that's something else worth talking about, is the netcode issues. I mean, Super Saiyan Blue is pretty awesome, don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to... Really?
Son of a bitch!
Really? Yeah. You were saying?
Super Saiyan Blue is pretty cool and all, but, I mean, here's the thing, alright? I like new transformations. I do like that stuff. I love customization. I think that's a big thing in a game. But the problem is, the way this game works is, so you play the story, you play the parallel quests, you play the excerpt missions, the side missions, you do all that stuff, and you probably played the parallel quest a million times over and over again. I remember that one time I was trying to get Flash Bomber, you were helping me, we had to fight Super Android 13 like literally 30 times or so, and like before we finally got the damn thing. At that point, obviously we're burned out on the mission, so it's like I'm not in the mood to play that again. And the same thing could be said for the extra missions too, is like you get burned out. So at the end of the day, the only thing you're really left doing is the online, because that's really all it is, because after you get all the moves you want, after your character, you know, you get your character to look the way you want and everything, you want to go online, you know, use those moves and show off your character. That's kind of the way I view things. And obviously, if the netcode starts having issues, then you can't do that. Like, then it's not going to be as fun to play, because we're fortunate enough to not have a bad connection when we play, but I've played this game for quite a long time, and honestly, I've dealt with quite a number of bad connections from a lot of time I've played. Even if they have a 4-bar connection, sometimes it still is bad. Like, it's still really, like, annoying to deal with and not very fun to play with. So, the thing is, you kind of need to have a good netcode, because the online is the end-all be-all. And if that's not working, well, then we have a problem. So
exactly. I mean, there's something specifically in this DLC that I wanted to talk about. Oh, that was bad netcode right there, because you snapped behind me and it didn't work.
Well, that's
like,
a map.
I should have had you right there, honestly.
That's a map thing, but still, that's just another example of things that they need to fix in the online or just versus in general. But go ahead.
Yeah, but as I was saying, there's two things that were announced for this DLC. That's like a beach bikini outfit for Videl and Android 18, which, while that's a nice addition, I don't see why it's here. And at the same time, why is it here? But like, that's time you could have devoted to doing something else that the game needs. For example, fixing the netcode.
Yeah, and for the record, for some of you who might be like, you can't fix the netcode for DLC, it's not gonna happen, it can't be done. Wrong. Wrong! Alright, if any of you have played the game For Honor, they have recently, well, a while ago, they announced dedicated servers, and like a month or so ago, they actually were having tests for dedicated servers, so they're gonna add them at one point. So the point is, a video game can get dedicated servers added to it if it doesn't start off with them. So, and For Honor's been out less than for like less time than Xenoverse has. So I feel like there's no excuse for them not to have dedicated servers added to Xenoverse at one point or another.
Yeah, honestly, it's a serious problem, and if it's not one of their primary focuses in the next game, it's gonna hold it back, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just the thing is, like, again, transformations are cool, and I said this to you off camera. You know, one day your character might go Super Saiyan 4, and when that day happens, I'm gonna shit my pants.
I'm getting in my pants!
But a few months later, a year later, I'm gonna be like, Super Saiyan 4, who cares about that? No, I don't care anymore. And when I saw that Super Saiyan Blue was announced, and I know your character's gonna get it at one point, I'm gonna shit my pants. I was shitting my pants. I was watching the video, I was like, oh my god, this is real. And I was crapping my pants. And when you transform, I'm gonna crap my pants. But, you know, later on, I'm not gonna care at one point. So, but what I am gonna care about is when I'm getting in a laggy match and things aren't working because of the netcode. Like, I'm not gonna care about what your character looks like or what my character looks like. I'm gonna care about the annoyance that's happening in the match. And that's why the netcode is honestly more important than, like, any of this stuff at the end of the day.
Right. Did you have something you wanted to read while we were, like, here not playing?
Yeah, that's actually very convenient that I managed to kill you that fast so I can finish my sentence. So regarding transformations and Super Saiyan, like, Blue and all that stuff, I think the best option they could do is make it cosmetic. That way they don't gotta worry about it screwing up with the balance and being overpowered like the giant Namekian transformation was when it started, or the purification being underpowered when the game started. So, I left a comment in a video a month ago, and I printed it out and wrote it down exactly what it says and how I believe they should handle the Saiyan transformation. So I'm going to read this off to you because it's fairly long and I couldn't remember this off the top of my head. Okay. Okay. So here's what they need to do for Super Saiyan Blue, as well as the rest of the Saiyan exclusive transformations. Now, please hear me out. Let me finish this whole thing before you start judging. They need to get rid of Super Saiyan Vegeta. They need to get rid of Future Super Saiyan and Super Vegeta. Make it where Super Saiyan levels 1 through 3 give a equal power boost to strike attacks, ki blast attacks, and basic attacks. So, for example, let's say Super Saiyan 1 gives a 10% boost to all 3, Super Saiyan 2 gives a 15% boost to all 3, and Super Saiyan 3 gives a 20% boost to all 3. Make it so there's reason to go Super Saiyan 1 or 2 and not just jump to 3. Perhaps, for example, what they could do is make it where Super Saiyan 1 has no stamina recovery penalty, but has all the Super Saiyan traits, like, you know, how you can charge like a Kamehameha and you appear in front of your opponent. Like, they could give you that, but you don't have any of the penalties of, like, stamina recovery. But Super Saiyan 2, however, they could make has a stamina recovery that's noticeable, but not, like, overkill, where, like, there's still room for error. Like, you could still make mistakes and you won't be severely punished, but, like, it's going to be noticeable and hurt you a little bit. But Super Saiyan 3 should get a big stamina recovery penalty since you're getting a big damage boost. And let's say if the penalty is just way too much, they could then either adjust that, or they could just make the damage boost be instead 25%, just to make it that much, like, since you're getting a big penalty, they can make it where you get a big power boost as well to balance it out, because that would create a risk versus reward scenario while in transforming, which would add strategy to what Super Saiyan level you want to transform to during the fight. So imagine you transform to Super Saiyan 1 during the beginning of the fight to be cautious, you know, size your opponent up. And when you think you figure them out, like you think you understand how to defeat your opponent, you could jump to Super Saiyan 3, and now you got all that power, but you know how to beat them, and maybe you got them on the rope, so now you could just completely finish them off and destroy them. And then, and this is where Super Saiyan Blue comes into this, is they can make it where Super Saiyan Blue is a cosmetic option for Saiyans that overrides the Super Saiyan transformation, but it follows the same rules that I just mentioned before. So in other words, if you use 3 bars of ki to transform to Super Saiyan Blue, you would get all the bonuses and penalties that Super Saiyan 1 gets. And if you use, say, 5 bars of ki to transform to Super Saiyan 3, you get all the bonuses and penalties that they get. So it'd be like you have the same power as the regular Super Saiyan levels, but you're still but you look like Super Saiyan Blue, because let's be honest, we all want the transformations for the look. We don't really care so much about the power, if I'm being 100% honest. And then what they could also do is let us choose the animation we want when we transform. So, for instance, you should have the option of having the Super Vegeta or Future Super Saiyan animation when you transform to Super Saiyan Blue, because that just gives you more customization options, which is obviously a good thing. And then they could add Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Rose, and Super Saiyan 4 as well, like to this cosmetic thing that I just explained. And then what they could do to make it unlock some of these transformations would be like, for instance, for Super Saiyan Blue, make it where you have to complete Whis' training, and then maybe you gotta get up to the Battle of Gods arc or something like that, then you unlock Super Saiyan Blue as a cosmetic option. But pretty much, what that solution I just created pretty much satisfies everybody when you think about it, because you get the transformation you want, but it won't screw with the balance, provided that Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3 are all balanced. And that's my idea.
Well, that was a mouthful, but I mean, it certainly makes sense when you think about it. And if you guys have any suggestions or tips, or even if you just agree with it, let us know in the comments below, because your feedback is super helpful. It helps us, it helps the community, and if it gets spread around enough, it'll get sent to Bandai Namco and Dips, and who knows, maybe they'll take it to heart and actually implement it in the game.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. That's exactly what I'd want, is them to, like, try implementing stuff like that, because I do care. I want them to add it in the game, but I want them to do it right.
Was there anything else we needed to talk about Super Saiyan Blue for DLC Pack 6 at all?
I mean, I don't know. I think we more or less kind of said everything, what we kind of thought it would be like. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's up in the air as to whether it's going to be balanced or not. We'll have to wait and see, but I think that's really it. So without further ado, I guess we would like to end this video.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2 wins for me, 2 wins for you, just because I got sloppy there at the end. Mostly because I was just paying attention to what you were saying. But I'll take it. So thanks for watching, guys. If you liked our video, be sure to hit that like button down below and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already for more videos similar to this one, and all things Dragon Ball related. And as always, we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.